Let's go, Bonk.
I want to see how Yasu's kind of pans out in this. I know versus Spacies, he's very known for his elaborate spacing, and he goes for a lot of call-out forward airs to read jumps and dashes.
Yep.
But with the small hitbox on Pikachu, you can't really do that to the same success. He seems to be swinging.
He's getting under.
He is swinging.
I can't. That almost killed. I thought that was it.
He's looking clean. His movements, his waveland, his spacing.
Yeah.
Yasu's looking like a fresh
Pressing
man
the advantage right now. Yasu coming up with second place finish in teams. Figured I'd throw it out there. Well done, by the way. Very well done, by the way.
Please don't feed the ego.
No, you guys did incredibly well.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. A little slow on the tech chase. Ooh. That's that Pikachu.
Yes!
Okay.
That shouldn't have happened, but I'm happy it did.
Yeah, like, big ups on him. Good mash on that up B, but also, like, those Pikachu things. It's so. Do you know how hard it is to hit the button that fast?
It kind of is, yeah.
He definitely has calluses. Like, as a young child, he practiced it in his room.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where I'm like, how do you do it with your thumb? I would go to my index finger, you know?
Sitting there, Fox CPU on Stadium, just mashing away.
Mashing away, yeah. And they say Pikachu isn't technical.
So I'm noticing he's calling out his jumps pretty well with the fair.
Yep.
It's just Bonk is adapting really well with these overshoot nairs. He's kind of giving him no space to back up with that fair. So I'm just curious as to how Yasu's going to deal with that, because Bonk is like 10 and 10 on nairs right now. He's hitting every single one.
Yeah, that overshoot nair is going to be his best approach option, especially as it keeps knocking down. You know?
The thing about it is, it's this, in the same way that Fox nair is super good,
Yep.
everybody expects it.
Yeah.
The issue is with Pikachu is he doesn't have other options besides that.
Yeah.
So I'm curious to see, because this whole game plan is going to be around that nair. That's like the best approach he has.
Now this is definitely the hard part when you know, Marth is at a very low percent.
For sure.
So it'll take a while for him to get up to that percent where you guys start linking things into each other.
I love that forwarder coming in. I think he was a little bit of a flub there with that roll. I think he wanted to go for a grab there.
Oh, it was just too high for that side B up tilt to work.
I'm noticing Bonk, he's going for these weak hits at lower percentages into a grab, which I think he's always like, even though he doesn't get them, if you look at the way he's positioning, he's always ready for one. And I think that's the most important part about playing Pikachu, is because that's where all your bread and butter are off of. That down throw on Marth is huge.
Yeah, yeah. Because, again, like you're saying, that weak hit of the nair is going to link in the grab or link in the down smash, which are your two primary ways of building percent in the early game. Like, there you go, yeah.
Big fair. Yeah, Bonk's really just taking control. Yasu seems to be giving up so much space with these dash backs on the dash dances, but Bonk always just calls it out with the overshoot nair. I think that Yasu needs to be a little more persistent with his stage presence, because he always just backs up. He never really pursues what he needs to.
Ooh, just missed him.
Being on ledge against Pikachu is super dangerous, because that down tilt can snipe jumps very effectively. Yasu's super clean off the ledge, though. I'm kind of surprised he didn't get clipped a single time. Where do you think he's going to counterpick him is the real question. My initial thought is Yoshi's is like
Yoshi's, yes.
On
Yoshi's
paper, though, but think about this.
Yeah.
He's already suffocating on Battlefield.
Yeah.
How is he going to deal with it on Yoshi's? The traditional counterpick doesn't really make sense in a player-to-player thing. We see a character switch to Fox?
Interesting.
I know Yasu has a Fox. I don't know how real it is. He practices with the Project a lot, so I'm assuming it's good because Project's good.
Yep.
Oh, big shine. Opening up, fat combos. Crouch cancel?
Big up airs. Yielding only 12%.
Yeah. Pikachu, man.
The tragedy of Pikachu.
These down smashes are getting him a ton of value.
Exactly, yeah. Again, down smash is such a great early percent starter. It leads to tech chase situations, and you know, it keeps you kind of locked in place. All right, it's back on stage though. All right, I expect Yasu to probably press the advantage early on, but I would expect Bonk to kind of. What's that?
I think he was hoping that the Shy Guys were going to extend the hitbox, and he was going to go for a little bit of a cheesy down smash.
I see that.
I think Yasu, his Fox, it's a Fox secondary. You can watch and tell, but he's hitting the meaty hits he needs to. He's not overcommitting. Like, he's a smart player, and it's really showing. He can just switch to another character and apply his knowledge. I think beyond the fact that this matchup is a little bit more like palatable, I think that he's doing an amazing job at it.
Back to the... I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's I don't think he's forcing the Fox. I think the Fox is an educated choice here.
Yeah. Back to that down smash on the Yoshis. If he was closer, totally agree. But he was like way on the other side of the stage when he did that. So yeah, I hear the idea. I just found it really funny.
Oh, no worries.
Double up smash. If the up air had it connected, he would have been in huge trouble, but he didn't. He just missed it. Yeah, this is what I expect to see though. So like you were saying, like yeah, it's a good match. It's a good character choice and everything. But I'm gonna expect Bonk to grow into this Fox really fast.
Bonk, yeah, I saw that fight. He using down tilts to try to snipe the jump and using nairs to call out the like roll back or wave dash back out of shield.
Yep.
He's applying a lot of pressure, which is very uncharacteristic for Pikachu.
Yep.
Big grab. Let's see what he gets.
Ooh, just misses
low
it.
percent.
Gets the double up air. Oh no.
Good shield DI on Yasu's part. That was actually super top level.
Good wave dash back to call the roll one. Ooh. Dash tech up air.
Ooh, phantom up air.
Yep.
That's the thing. I think the
back
way
air
you
though.
treat phantoms matters a lot because he can, even if he got that stock, some players in this position are like, I didn't want that phantom. Like, they're going to be upset about it. You need to forget about it. That never happened.
Yeah, just let it go.
Oh,
Jeez.
it's always scary when that happens. Yasu's really clean off this tech chase. He's covering all his options. I also think that Bonk is kind of getting a little bit overwhelmed here where he's thinking so much about neutral when it comes time to defense. He's kind of head in the clouds.
Though he is slowly bringing it back. Like last time, like the last cycle was like 54%, now it's only 38. So it's slowly coming back as opposed to being like a 2-stock lead as it was in the beginning of the game. Bonk definitely coming back very slowly, but let's see if he can do it in time.
I think what matters here is the crouch cancel game. The crouch cancel
The
game
down
this time-
smash.
Oh,
This is what I was looking for, is the down smash and when he gets off of it. Ooh. I think this is the turnaround for the grab.
Yasu's looking for a
Jab.
big hit here.
Ooh.
Oh. A
Probably.
nair to confirm into an up smash. Anything will grab.
Fair.
Up there. Oh,
Just enough.
yeah, barely. That was like 2%.
Just enough.
So,
Yasu pulls it
FD,
off.
inevitable. It's going to
Absolutely.
happen. That being said, will he bring out the Marth for FD or is he confident in the Fox pick?
I would imagine he's bringing out the Marth. I would imagine so. If he goes to FD.
But think about it from a momentum standpoint. Is he able to just switch on the fly like that? How seasoned is his Fox?
Well, this would be interesting. Oh, actually, no, that makes sense. If it's Marth, if it was... Okay. See, I can see Bomb picking Fountain of Dreams just in case this exact thing happens. Because Pikachu can still press a good advantage on here against Fox, but
Yeah.
also still has the ability to kind of keep the close quarters game like we were saying before against Marth.
I think FOD, as wacky and annoying as it can be, the unpredictability, I think that characters like Pikachu and characters that have unorthodox approaches and unorthodox methods of getting their kills are amazing on the stage. Pikachu's down smash, all his platform cancels, his game plan switches completely with these platforms. And I think that the way that he applies them is going to be super indicative to what happens in the set.
I mean, it's the only stage where Pikachu can all of a sudden have an up smash that goes to the platform. You know, just things like that. Like little intricacies like that make this that much better for Pikachu.
Oh.
Just too early. Right move, just too early. He might die for it.
Let's see. Oh,
Get up attack.
get up attack. He was over 100, so that was a slow one too. There's
Yeah.
no way you're punishing that. Reset to neutral. Bit of an overcommittal with the miss L cancel too. I'm a little worried. There's a little bit of slop that shows him he's not completely focused. How Yasu presses the stock advantage is going to be huge here. I think he's going to hold this corner. He's going to try not to approach. Looking for grabs, up tilts. Anything that could be a pop-up into a big hit is going to be Yasu's game right now.
Absolutely. Bonk is just going to try to clip him. This might be it. Oof, wrong side of the up smash. Big fair.
Oh, let's see. Does he buffer grab? Oh, he buffers grab.
Good job holding shield.
I'm getting a little nervous about Yasu with these grabs. I think he's kind of overexerting himself. He wants the big grab into up throw, up air, down throw, forward smash. But I think he needs to be a little bit more reserved. I think once Bonk starts catching on to him fishing for that grab, he's gonna get called out and take big damage.
I mean, as much as you're worried about Yasu, I'm worried about Bonk. He's just going in there for the home run swing with the up smash over and over again.
Yeah, I guess in the same sense it applies to Pikachu, but Pikachu's a worse character, so it gets exacerbated way more.
Okay.
Big.
Has my platform.
This stock is
It's huge.
really getting a ton of mileage for Bonk. He is not died. 155. Good DI on the up tilt. Ooh.
Clips him with the down smash, but
Doesn't die.
just not quite the strong spot.
Okay, so the biggest thing that I see with a lot of Marth players is that they never cover ledge. Despite Marth having amazing options to cover ledge.
Yep.
Clean wave dashes, down tilt.
Yep.
That being said, it's Pikachu and you know he's going to go towards ledge. I want to see Yasu be a little more confident, and I want to see how that ledge game kind of pushes his advantage further.
Bonk dashing around. Yeah, I agree. There you go.
Big up smash.
That's an example. The only stage where that's going to happen.
Intense footsies here. Neither of them wants to overcommit here. Oh.
No. Catches him, missing the down smash.
Even though they're going for these hits, they're going for these approaches, you don't see a ton of confidence behind them. These aren't full distance nairs. These aren't pushing through them. They're not 100% sure about that. Like
Surprising down smash there.
He's not overshooting with the same confidence that he did before. He's kind of second guessing himself.
Yep. Let the swing.
It's one of those things where you start getting called out and you're like, I need to change what I'm doing, but maybe that's not exactly the part of your game you need to change.
Bonk taking his time coming down, which I always advise in a situation.
That deep breath means a lot. Getting a little bit of oxygen into your brain is crazy. See here. It's
Yasu coming down with these down airs like all over and over again.
Despite the stock count, like, it's a pretty back and forth game.
There you go. Cleans it up.
37% is literally nothing.
No. Yeah, oh, okay. Has on platform. Good, you know, drop your platform up there.
Now this percent's becoming an issue because he can't crouch cancel any of his weak hits.
Yep.
Looking at this right now, I think he needs to go for something a little unorthodox. If he keeps going with these nairs the same way he has, Yasu's adapted to the point where even if he does overshoot it correctly, he's gonna get crouch cancel down smash. Yasu can still crouch cancel nair right now. He's at 47.
I was gonna say Yasu could just keep jumping around. I haven't seen Bonk go for any grabs in a long, long time. Stunning lack of grabs.
I think that kind of plays into the game that Yasu's setting. He's setting this pace of very fast aerials that are kind of walling you out.
Yep.
Although there are openings, when you see those fairs, you kind of second guess yourself and you're like, I shouldn't go in there, I should be more reserved. And you're missing out on those small opportunities. I think Bonk's confidence is what's going to change this set. If he could really start to like be more confident in his inputs and go for it, I think he's going to see a lot more mileage off every hit because he's going to get meteor openings.
Yasu doing a really great job of outspacing the nair just over and over again. You know, all Bonk is trying to do is nair and down tilt, and he's just being outspaced by these longer hitboxes of Marth.
He's getting tier listed currently.
Beautifully done. You know, this is exactly why this is not a Pikachu favorite matchup. It's exactly what we just saw to start this match.
That being said, Bonk's holding his own despite the range difference. Like, Bonk's a slugger. He keeps going in. I think, although he isn't the most proactive with it, his perseverance to keep going is admirable.
As they say, if you at first you don't succeed. But Yasu is just tossing him around. Good trade.
Huge. I feel like 30% on Marth on stage, he lives another 80, 90, even 100%.
Yes.
What he can get off the stock, like, you're seeing that even though Bonk can make these stock comebacks, it's exhausting. He can't continue to bring new options every single time. He's going to resort to old options that Yasu knows how to deal with.
Yeah, because there's only like 3 in the first place.
Yeah. You can't rotate rock, paper, scissors that quickly.
Correct.
That tail stick action.
But that was kind of sick, though. That's exactly what he needed to get back into this game.
Bonk's telling me to shut up and let him play.
He's like, here's the 4th. Nairs and down tilts, nairs and down tilts.
Yeah, he started back at it with this aggressive pressure. This is what you saw in that first game and game 2. Even though it didn't pan out so well against the Fox, against Marth, that game plan is completely valid. Yeah. I think that character switch, you would think it would triple up Yasu because he's the one switching, but I think it's affecting Bonk more than anything.
Bonk is doing a really good job just dancing around. Just waiting for these jumps.
Both of them are being super reserved. The footsies calls out the jump. That was huge.
I mean, that's like a really smart thing to do. That's one of those things that, you know, Yasu is not going to be able to punish, and if you hit it, you kill him.
Bonk really wants to down smash. You can tell that he's going for this press cancel down smash right now. He needs it. He wants that meaty hit, and he's going to push that advantage. Yasu's kind of not letting him get down, though. Bonk's being very aggressive. You always see him coming down with nair, back air, down air. I want to see Yasu bait out that, and then fast fall down and punish it.
Just misses it.
I think Pikachu has no right to be attacking from there, you know? I think he is kind of struggling to find a balance of respecting Bonk, but also kind of oppressing his character. Because in moments like this, both players have respect for each other. They're both good players. You kind of get mixed up between, am I being disrespectful to Pikachu, or am I being disrespectful to another player in terms of your style, and you kind of don't want to overexert yourself in that sense. That being said, Bonk is tanking this stock really well. Even though there's not a ton of actual hits going on, if you look at the actual game that's dragging on, think how mentally draining this is for Yasu. Pikachu at 197.
Yeah.
That shouldn't happen.
I mean, that's some serious Marthritis right there.
Yeah, I think that's another thing that like Marth players always struggle with, is that sometimes you don't want to hit them. Sometimes you need them to stay at that juicy percent for those finishers.
Yep.
If you get them past it, you kind of
shoot yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
Able to find the side B up tilt though. Dash attack. Okay. Yasu needs to put some percent on the board before he gets knocked out. Ooh, that forward tilt, yeah.
He's died 3 times in the last 2 games from that jump on stage. I want to see Yasu drop a little bit lower because Pikachu doesn't have the best options to deal with that.
Okay, he gets the down smash.
Ooh, big dash back.
Ooh, catches the jump too. Never mind, I take it back.
Pikachu off stage is always a mixed bag because sometimes he just gets the craziest angles and there's nothing you can do about it. I do think this stage is playing into Bonk's game plan a lot better than it was before. It's kind of contradicting what I previously said about him smothering, but I think he kind of allows himself to dash back and forth, then smother him. He's not, the threat isn't him threatening, it's when he's going to threaten.
Just too low of a percent. Very close to getting the kill. Yeah, Yasu needs to get this kill pretty soon. He's definitely in that like that Marthritic.
Bonk is on that airplane, right?
Oh, the up tilt call out.
Silent snuff. Put that candle out. None of that shit.
Yes. And we have a game 5.
Yeah, this is an amazing set so far. I think both players, although they're having moments where they're definitely getting caught up and a little stubborn, I think both players are adapting really well.
Yep.
It might be more of a long-term than a short-term adaptation, but like both of them are doing really well.
Yep. FD. This is what I thought originally. But I agree with Yoshi's.
I'm curious to how these Thunderbolts will work, because I know that it can be used as a zoning tool, but it's also a very predictable and laggy projectile. Bonk's kind of sticking to it. It kind of gets me a little nervous, because as soon as Yasu starts to get more comfortable with the timing and the hitbox of it, avoiding it, he's going to start punishing that. Yeah,
I mean, Yasu is ferrying them away, which is very good, because you're going to get back to the ground soon enough for Bonk to not be able to punish you coming back down.
That little moment there where he waited before he up smash, I think Yasu acknowledging that Bonk wants to swing, Bonk wants to go in, I think that's a really good thing. I think that shows that he's starting to understand Bonk's game plan, which kind of will let him set up a comeback.
Yeah. Dash attack up tilt.
Smacks Pikachu in the face. Get out of here. I think he's giving too much respect to these Thunderbolts. I think he might not be confident with power shielding them, but Marth can also jab and forward tilt just to deal with those.
Yep.
Forward air as well. There you go.
Ooh,
with the taunt, feeling confident.
See, now, okay.
That's the mental game.
The power up, right?
Yeah, like, I took your stock. Where's the next one?
Respect me. I'm not nervous. It's like a boxer being punched in the face and he's like, that's all you got?
Yeah.
You know?
Up throw there. I'm not sure if that was a misinput. Up throw on Pikachu with that percent doesn't really net a lot. Goes for the down throw that time. Ooh, tries to call him out on the ledge.
I mean, he had the right call. Bonk was coming back on stage with the B as opposed to going right to ledge. Had he hit that, he would have had a knockdown.
I think that if he L-canceled that, it would have worked more properly because it would have covered both options. A little bit of flub there.
Yep.
This is... Oh, he doesn't have a
Ill-advised, yeah. Ill-advised side B. just survived it, very close.
That's one of those Pikachu-isms where it's like, you hit someone above you, you took their jump, they can't do anything, but then you realize you're Pikachu, oh, Marth can just fare down, and there's nothing my character can do to punish that.
Yeah. Because up air is so hard to like get correctly on someone's coming down. And even if you hit it, it's only a couple %.
I think these forward Bs are actually incredibly smart by Yasu.
Okay.
I feel like earlier I talked about how he acknowledged that Bonk wants to play a rush down style where he's always in his face. I think these side Bs are a really good check to keep him in line. So if he's not anticipating that and he DIs poorly, that's a free up tilt or a grab. If you notice, Yasu's getting a lot more openings. In Marth Pikachu, you're not going to get huge combos, but these big openings, like 20-30%, like that means a lot off a grab.
Absolutely.
Peppering in fairs, down tilts too, he's getting that damage up. Bonk is looking like he's on life support right now, but anything can change at this point. It's just a matter
The Jolt
of,
gets him. It's going to do it.
It's a matter of how he deals with being at a deficit.
Yeah.
You notice that players always try to force the issues more, like what's causing them to lose when they're at a deficit. And Bonk's composure here is going to be super important.
Forward throw. Not really sure about it.
I think he was trying to mix up his DI if he was holding in. Okay. That being said, I don't think he's held in for a few, so...
Yeah. It's down tilted off.
That's a big
trade.
Smash.
That's a huge trade, yeah.
Pikachu
Bonk
notorious.
takes a second, that's good.
Bad at losing trades. He loses all the trades.
Absolutely.
As a kid, he got scammed. He lost all his good Pokemon cards.
Oh no. The power of 69, here it comes.
AZ Axe %.
There's him off stage. Oh, there it goes.
Yasu's kind of cracked the code here. I think Bonk's still in it, but...
It's going to be hard.
As it continues, the stocks don't matter. It's just the gameplay. Yasu is just countering everything he's doing blow for blow.
Ooh, good call out.
Ooh, overexerts himself. Ooh, that fantastic angle mixes the ledge dash. You hate to see it. That's one of those things where you're so focused on hitting the hard thing, you mess up the thing you do every time. Those